Hello everybody, Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here with part 2 of my So You Want to Know About the Mission Types videos. This one covers the passengers, and you gotta have a little bit of prep for your ship before you can pick up passengers. It's not quite like the cargo missions where all you need is a cargo bay that you can buy just about anywhere. Here, you're gonna need to equip your ship. Now, I've got my Python set up with business class passenger cabins, economy class cabins, some cargo bays here and there, just a little bit of a mix of everything. And these are all going to be necessary. If you want to find where to get a good passenger cabin, let's drop down here into the star map. And you're going to want to go over to this tab here. You're going to go over to Map. And you're going to want to filter by economy. Now you're going to want probably high-tech. High-tech systems are going to be the best thing for you. You're going to want a fairly high population on them. So maybe up that a little bit. Kind of slim pickings around here. But the Janara system, 45.89 light years away, 4.1 million people, and it's an industrial and high-tech system. I'm just using this as an example. Your results may vary. So, 393 light seconds away, you've got a great big starport here, Murphy Terminal. That's going to be a high-tech station. That's going to be where you can probably pick up passenger modules. I've always had luck finding passenger modules in the high-tech systems at the high-tech stations. So, ship prep out of the way. What do you want? Well, you go to the passenger lounge here, and you're going to see that there's a few varieties and subclasses and combinations and permutations and variations on what you can do here. But I've always found transport missions to pay very well. Here's one: 12 business persons seeking transport. Minor reputation gain with the faction, but very high influence gain. And decent pay. 12 people want to go, and for what? 4.4 light years, and for that they will pay you nearly 500,000 credits. So here's the details. 12 business people to Caleri Port in HIP 5881. You will receive payment upon successful delivery. Hostile ships may be sent against you. Now, the recommended rank on this is Elite, and I'm only a broker. But, so what? Destination. Estimated arrival is 2.2 kilolight seconds, 2200 light seconds away from the station. I guess 2300 if you round up. So, you drop down at the star. Station's going to be around 2300 light seconds away. In the HIP 5881 system, which is 4.44 light years. Minimum cabin class, business. This is why I've got a mix of economy and business class. So if I were to pick this cabin, the economy class cabins are kind of blanked out here. Cabin quality too low. But these 12 guys can fit in this one just fine. If I were to fit this in, it would have filled 12 of 20 seats. So that's one transport type, and that's business people rather than, say, the tourists here. 19 tourists seeking transport, and they're going to pay nearly 800 grand to fly to the Whangarateri system. Heaviside survey, 3,300 light seconds and 12 light years away. Pay's not bad, though. Now, here's where things get a little funny. I have yet to get, I'm sure it's very good, but it is this one. These mission types are going to be a massive time investment. Ray Tate wants to go to the Celestial Snowman and collect data. Ray Tate is willing to pay 26 million credits to get there. The destination is the Ogeri FG-YG2279 system, which is a brisk 21,000 light years away. And with these missions, you got to come back too. So you're looking at just under 42,000 light year round trip for 26 million credits. Does not react well to danger. Hull damage will dramatically reduce passenger satisfaction. Believe me, hull damage also dramatically reduces pilot satisfaction. They're laid back though, so delays probably aren't going to affect them too much. They're low value, so it's not likely that pirates are going to be sent after them. However, they are secretive, so if you are scanned, you reduce the passenger satisfaction. If it gets below a certain threshold, they'll just say, screw this, I'm out, pull the lever, and eject the entire passenger cabin. And then you've got to pay to get the cabin replaced, and you don't get paid. So, keep that in mind. Time left on this mission is just under 4 weeks. So it gives you a little bit of time, but still. Though you may make a fair amount of money just flying out there and flying back, just scanning the various stars and planets on the way. Trinity Riddle wants to go to Kashyapa and collect data. That's just under 20,000 light years. That's not so bad, but she is only willing to pay 17 million credits. Caesar Herman Jenkins wants to go to Cool Blue and collect data. That's 30 million credits. Here's one, 21 politicians seeking transport, but I don't have enough cabins. I've only got 20 business class cabins. They want 21. Keith Leon seeks a sightseeing adventure. Now, I don't have a first class cabin, so I can't take this mission. But he wants to go to the Moanza Visitor Beacon, HIP 111755A2 gas vents, and Jardinier 6B ice geysers. What's that all mean? That means he wants to go to the Moanza system, and there will be a visitor beacon there, and you can either get that through honking the horn or scanning the beacon. Same thing though. You go to the system, you scan the nav beacon, you then go to where the nav beacon is on the map and do the same thing over again. Drop down into real space, scan the visitor beacon, read the little board that comes up on the side, and you're good. After you get done going to that system, he wants you to fly here and go to the gas vents on the surface, where you will find another beacon that you can scan with your ship or with your buggy. Then he wants to go to Jardinier 6B. So, the second moon of Jardinier 6, drop down again, go to the surface, see the ice geysers, scan the beacon, take some pictures, fly on back here. Now, he's paying you, not what I meant, Alex. He's paying you 6 million credits for this, but you got to fly 66 light years, then you got to fly 205 light years, and there's no guarantee they're in the same direction, so you may end up having to fly 205 plus 66, 271 light years, and then another 338 light years. This is all just the distance of each system from where you are right now. So you've got a lot of ground to cover. And that might not be what you want to do for 6 million. And you've got 13 hours to do it. A good rule of thumb with passenger missions is distance equals money. They will pay you more if you have to haul them further. That can also work to your advantage. For instance, if you can find a star system with a planet that is, say, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 light seconds from the star, if you're willing to put in the miles, and, hey, you can always get up, walk the dog, do the dishes, something, while you're flying 500,000 light seconds. Autopilot is kind of sort of a thing when all you have to do is point at the target and push the throttle forward. But you can make some very good money off of those. And if I can find one, here we go. 6 tourists will pay over 500,000 credits, give 4 tons of commodities, and give you high influence and so-so reputation to take them to the harangue system. Here's the fine print. Brera Base. Note the arrival point, estimated at 212,000 light seconds from the star. So that's maybe a 10, 15-minute flight. Maybe a little bit longer. But you're getting over 500,000 credits for this, and it's only 6 people. Now, I've got 64 cabin spaces. If you can find more people going to the same place, you can make bank. So, kind of scanning around here, scoping around. Anybody else want to go to the harangue system? Well, not seeing too terribly much at the moment. But the principle remains the same. If you can stack up multiple passenger missions to one location, here's 19 tourists going to Whangarateri. They'll pay nearly 800 grand. And that's to Heaviside Survey. Anybody else going to Whangarateri? By the way, this icon here means that it is a ground-based installation, and you will need Elite Dangerous Horizons to access that. Whangarateri. Here's some more people going to Heaviside Survey. So 24 tourists, that's 293 grand. 19 tourists. So you've made over 1 million credits right here flying 2 tour groups to the same place. Drop them off in the same place. It's over 1 million right there. And that is how you make good money, in my opinion, ferrying passengers hither and yon. What else do we need to cover? Well, for the really, really rare but really, really ultra high-paying passengers, you are going to want a ship like a Dolphin, which is a small class passenger ship, a dedicated passenger ship, or a large-sized Beluga, which is the biggest of the passenger ships, or an Orca. All 3 of those ships, those are the only kinds of ships that can pack the luxury suite, which is very expensive, does not haul very many people at all, basically just one very rich person and their entourage, and that's their suites, rather than everybody crammed into economy or kind of stretching out in business class or first class. The luxury suites do not handle tour groups. The luxury suites do not even handle various businessmen. The luxury suites are for the ultra, ultra wealthy who you usually only find in tourist systems and high tech. They will pay really good missions, really good payouts for their individual missions, but they're kind of tough to find, and honestly, I have found better money just handling tourists. Fly tourists, fly refugees, fly doctors around. That's where the money is to be made. In fact, I've had my ship loaded up, and if you check my video on evacuating the Oracle, you can see that I had a Python loaded up with nothing but economy class cabins, loading people up to get them the hell off of burning starbase. So if you want my opinion on the fastest way to make money without having to deal with too much combat, I would suggest finding a star system with a long distance haul on it and a lot of people that want to go there. In the meantime, I'm Mr. Moo. Hope this helps. If anybody has any questions on any mission type in either this one or the previous cargo-related mission setup, let me know. I will see what I can do about making a more detailed walkthrough on an individualized basis. In the meantime, fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, read the manual and then get back to me. Take care, everybody. See you out there in the deep dark.